So what I'm doing this morning is, of course, I've got Hooper's Donuts and things like that. So I'm working on that, and right now I just have a temporary spot where I set up every Saturday. I work a full time job, so throughout the week I work in Trinidad, Colorado, and I open up my donut shop every Saturday from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Kind of in a temporary spot. My dad and stepmom are building a church here, and so there's a big metal building behind our house here that we're building into a church. And it's got a big metal bay door on the front. I open that up, set up some tables, coffee, donuts, sausage rolls, things like that. And I'll add more stuff later. But so we meet there. I open up there 6 a.m. to 11. Now throughout the week, I've got a bunch of. I work at the hospital in Trinidad, and so different ones in Trinidad want to order donuts. So I've got it set up where you can order online. If they order the night before, I'll bring it to work with me, and they can pick up their donuts orders there. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm creating these little donut characters, and each one is assigned a different personality trait, like humility or patience or whatever. And so I'm creating hundreds of those, and I'm using AI to basically generate those images and create those characters. And then I'm going to create my own trading cards that have each of those characters on there, and on the back it tells a description of what that characteristic is, and maybe give tips on how to implement those into your daily life, and just teach good values and things like that. And that's kind of uh, similar to what Gary Vee does with his VeeFriends and everything. So, like, this is no new idea. I'm not saying, oh, check out what I invented. No, but I've got the donut shop, but I want to do something good with it. And I know lots of kids like donuts, and so kids come in donut stores and stuff like donut shops, and so I want something that can be fun, can be engaging, can create a community. One of the reasons I'm creating a donut shop is because I want a place where people can come, hang out, and I can meet people of the community. Like I said, my parents are building a church here, and so that has an aspect of community to it, and we're getting to know some of the people from the community that way. And so this is a way for me to open up a shop. Aguilar is small. Like, to open up a shop like that and everything, I mean, you've got to have a number of things in place to be able to sustain that financially. And so um, I'm creating different ways of doing things. We got the mugs and things like that, where you buy a mug on our website and bring it with you to the donut shop, and you get free coffee refills for life. Or if you buy one of the shirts that has the logos on it, wear your shirt in and you get a free donut for life. We got the hat, Hoopers, just different things. But anyways, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm creating these little donut character guys, and Chat GPT actually came up with a prompt to use in Quora, or Sora rather. And so I'm creating hundreds of these. I've got, like, I think I'm in the 60s right now for these little characters, but it's fun. And anyways, that's what I'm working on this morning. So now I'm creating all good qualities right now, but I'm thinking, should I, like, create the bad characters too? Not only teach what to do, but teach what not to do. Like, if I create, it's called Donutopia, is the world that these donuts live in that have these characteristics, and they are the Donutopians. And the idea, my last name's Hooper. This is Hooper's Donuts. And so I've always had this thing, like, I want to be, instead of a superhuman, I want to be a Hooperhuman, which is an elite physical being that is disciplined, is kind, is generous, is a force for good in the world, a Hooperhuman. And so I'm going to use that. The Donutopians will be teaching values so that people can become Hooperhumans. Not just superhumans, but Hooperhumans. Instead of superpowers, you have Hooperpowers, and you're just a force for good. And so I'm thinking about having the opposite side of that, to where once I start creating cartoons and creating this world, they're going to, fight against each other. Not fight, but, good against evil. Anyways, So after I create like maybe 100 of the good ones, maybe I'll create 100 of the bad ones, or 50 of the bad ones, or something. I don't know. I'll see. And that way we'll have both worlds. But anyways, eventually I'm going to have the playing cards where people can collect them, and I'm going to create the little toys of each of the little characters, and they'll have like a little collector's box, and you can collect those as well, the actual physical toy. Anyways, that's what we're working on. So stay tuned. It's going to take quite a bit to put all that together, and I'm just working day by day by day. The goal is to eventually no longer have to work at the hospital and just do this full time with Hooper's Donuts. I'm also going to have Hooper's Coffee, which I'm going to create my own signature blends of coffee, things like that, and eventually roast my own coffee beans and create my own signature profile flavors and things like that. Bag those up and sell them. Create K-pods and sell those, and whatever. That's the goal. That's the dream, and eventually start opening up more and more shops, donut shops, coffee shops, different locations, different areas, whatever. This guy's pretty cool. His name is Thoughtful Taffy Twist. Representing reflection and thoughtfulness. But basically, I just go through, I pull my prompt that ChatGPT created, I copy it, take it over here to Sora, and describe the image that I'm wanting. Like this one is going to be Watchful Walnut Whirl, representing awareness and alertness. Designed as a collectible toy, walnut glazed donut with spiral design and binoculars hanging from the neck. Focused expression, ready stance, photorealistic collectible toy finish, white background. And we'll see what it creates. And so this is number 65. This will be the 65th little donut creation that has some sort of character trait and everything. So been watching a lot of Gary Vee, trying to learn how to build brand and create engagement around this whole thing. So we'll see how it goes. If you have thoughts, ideas, whatever, jump down in the comments, let me know. But I'm just working today, making it happen, trying to live the dream. I don't know. My goal too is I moved here from Texas about 8 months ago. Let's see, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, about 8 months ago. From Texas, I've got two daughters that are still in Texas, 16 and 18. 18-year-old just graduated high school. That's pretty cool looking. I don't like the one with the one eyeball. I don't want a Cyclops donut. Yeah, we'll delete that one and keep the other one. So anyways, trying to talk my daughters into coming up and helping me build the donut business. Of course, their last names is Hooper also. So they're actually pretty stoked about that. They like the idea of working in a business that has their same last name. They're like, we're never getting married. I'm like, yes. Father's like, no, I want them to get married at some point to a really nice guy that, who knows, maybe they can work in the business too. But I'm hoping they'll move up here and help out. But I'm using ChatGPT for like the organization of this whole thing and the marketing of it, getting ideas on how to promote it, market it, organize it. ChatGPT is a huge source AI in general for coming up with ideas, writing posts, writing blogs, whatever. But all right. Watchful Walnut Whirl. Let's get our next one. Kindled Key Lime. Copy. Paste. Alright. So, a vibrant 3D donut character named Kindled Key Lime, representing inspiration and purpose, designed as a collectible toy. Bright key lime glazed donut with radiant green energy effects and a torch-shaped sprinkle accessory. Wide eyes with wonder, photorealistic glossy finish centered on a white background. Let's see what it creates. Eventually, once I actually have a physical location, like a permanent physical location, I want to have days that are like trade days where people that have gotten some of these different characters, whether it's the actual toys or the playing cards, collectible playing cards, they can come, show their collection, trade with others, buy from others, whatever they want to do. And of course, we'll have coffee and donuts and the whole bit, Maybe like a donut bar to where it'll have like fondue stations where you can put the different flavors on your donut, and it'll have like sprinkles and coconut and nuts and toppings that you can put on. This is something fun. And plenty of napkins so you don't get all that donut gooiness on your collectibles. You know what I'm saying? But anyways. Oh man. I'm super excited about this whole thing, and so I just want things to like be there, but I know it takes time to put it together and to organize it. But I just created a TikTok channel and my Instagram channel. I've had Facebook for a little bit, but I'm fixing to start introducing my Donutopians. Oh, that's cool. Wow, that's pretty neat. Huh. I like this guy. Let's keep him. Get rid of the other one. That one speaks to me. This one, not so much. He's cool. I like him. You want to see him? Let's see if I can get y'all in here. See if I can click on him. Look at that guy. He's got like flaming glow. He's pretty cool looking. Kindled Key Lime. Very cool. I like it. All right. Let's get the next one. Number 67, Mindful Molasses Crumb. I need to double check. Some of these, it's hard to keep track. I need to create a list, but it's hard to keep track of the character traits. Some of these, I think they've used mindful before. I need different ones. Hopefully they're doing different ones. I don't know. I need to check. I need to have them put them all in alphabetical order, see if any of them are repetitive. Because I don't want repetitive ones. Well, I don't know. I guess different ones could have it. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. A soft-toned 3D donut character named Mindful Molasses Crumb, representing patience and stillness. Designed as a collectible toy, molasses glazed donut with crumb topping, eyes gently closed in meditation, sitting in a calm pose, earthy tones, peaceful vibe, glossy finish, white background. Interesting. Something else I'm trying to figure out too. Obviously, I have hoopersdonuts.com. I got hooperscoffee.com. I wonder if I should single out my Utopian, my Donutopia, and have a separate website for that. Like Gary Vee has a website for VeeFriends, but he's not tying that to a business per se, as far as like mine's kind of tied to Hooper's Donuts. That's the reason why I'm doing the donut theme. So I don't know, maybe I'll just make it a page on hoopersdonut.com. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. Maybe after I get things rolling, maybe I can talk to Gary Vee and see what his thoughts are. That's pretty cool looking. It basically generates two images, and I pick which one kind of speaks to me the most. I think I'll get rid of that one and keep this one. I like that. Let's do number 68. Grateful grapefruit glaze. See, I think they've done grateful before. After I get to 100, I'll have them put them all in alphabetical order based on their character value. All right, so let's see here. A cute 3D donut character named Grateful Grapefruit Glaze, representing thankfulness. Designed as a collectible toy, citrus glazed donut with pink and orange tones, holding a tiny thank you card and smiling brightly. Bright-eyed, energetic pose, glossy photorealistic detail, white background. Let's see what it comes up with. Got my little mouse pad here. And this design, I created a jigsaw puzzle. I think it's a 252 piece jigsaw puzzle. It looks like this. That's going to be hard to, look at all those little donuts. That's going to be hard to put together. But we're going to have, once I get my main spot, we're going to have like jigsaw and Java. Unlimited coffee refills. You sit there, you put your puzzle piece together. It could be like a date night thing, or by yourself, whatever. Put your jigsaw puzzle together, sip your coffee. Of course, we'll have that donut bar with the fondue and toppings and all that stuff. So maybe you'll get a shirt that says I jigsawed in Java, and that's kind of hard to say. I'll come up with something clever, or ChatGPT will rather, and I'll use it for inspiration to come up with newer and better things. Which one of those do I like best? Some of them is hard because some of them I like certain things about one and I like certain things about the other. Sometimes I wish I could kind of merge those, which I could probably tell it to, but I think I'm going to go with the one on the right. It just seems to have better balance. All right, number 69 here. Copy. Brilliant Buttermilk. Okay. Let's see what it's got for Brilliant Buttermilk. A stylized 3D donut character named Brilliant Buttermilk, representing insight and wisdom, designed as a collectible toy. Buttermilk glazed donut with golden scrolls tucked in a belt, holding a glowing book. Calm and confident expression, warm tones, photorealistic glossy toy finish, white background. Bring it on. After I get to 100 and I have them put in alphabetical order based on character trait, if indeed they have duplicated some of the characteristics, like if there's two humble, or if there's two gratefuls, or multiple ones, I wonder if it would be beneficial. I mean, because the character itself is different, even though, and maybe there's a lesson there. A lot of us have the same character traits, but we as an individual are different. And I could bring that out. Yeah, these have these character traits, but they can team together. Maybe they can team up together in different episodes and different lessons and things like that. And I don't know. There may be some benefit to having the same character trait attached to a different character, donut character. I don't know. We'll have to see. Depends on how often. Like if there's 5, 6, 7 of them that are repetitive, I don't know. Oh, I like that guy on the right for sure. Better than the other one. All right, number 70. A playful 3D donut character named Faithful Frosted Flake, representing loyalty and consistency, designed as a collectible toy. Flake crusted donut with frosted glaze and a small flag in hand, smiling with pride, sparkling sugar details, heroic stance, photorealistic collectible finish, white background. Generate. Let's see what it comes up with. I used to do like football card breaks, and I'd do those live. Those were a lot of fun. I didn't do them for very long, but they were definitely a lot of fun. So I'll probably do something similar with live card breaks with the Donutopians and all that jazz. So, oh, it didn't. I thought I hit the go button, but it didn't start. Anyways. Check behind the label, a prize could be waiting. What do you mean? Check behind the label, a prize could be hiding. What do you mean a prize? What kind of prize? And what do you mean check behind the label? Peel the label off? Oh. No. That just delaminated it. The label's not coming off. What is that? What do you mean check behind the label? The label does, you can't peel the label off. That don't make sense. That is stupid. Like it's just delaminating. It's not pulling the label off of there. That's retarded. You can check behind the label. Check behind the label. I don't know. Whatever. they were gonna like, they should have made the label like to where it could peel off and like come off in one piece where you can actually look behind the label. That's terrible. All right. I like the one on the right for sure with this one. Let's keep that one. He's got a good clean appearance to him. Let's get rid of that one. All right. Create another 10 characters. Go. Oh man. I'm excited about the whole thing. How fun it is, talking to people about it. I enjoy the whole process. And if I can, once I get it to a point where it will sustain, like I can do it full time, make enough money to be able to do what I need to do, I'm really looking forward to that. Strategic sugar cookie. Representing planning and strategy, designed as a collectible toy. Frosted sugar cookie donut with star-shaped sprinkles and a mini clipboard. Calculating expression, one hand pointing forward, photorealistic toy finish, glossy texture centered on a clean white background. Should not be eating all this sugar. I gotta get my diet under control. Like I need to start eating healthy. Have any of y'all seen the Donut Daddy on TikTok? I was joking with my dad and different ones about that's how I'm gonna sell donuts. He's just completely over the top, but he has like 1.1 million followers on TikTok, so he's doing something right. There's a lot of things that I don't want to go the direction of on that, but the use of camera angles and editing quality and cinematic video creation, I think there's a lot to be learned there from the Donut Daddy that I could use in Hooper's Donuts. I just don't think I will be sexually slapping the dough the way that Donut Daddy does. I mean, it's great for him. That's his baking company. His baking company is something like Hot Fellas Baked Goods or something. So it kind of fits. But that's not the direction I'm wanting to go. I don't think I won anything. I don't know what I was talking about. Anyways. Okay, so I've got like with the donut company, I've got like regular donuts. You know, all your traditional stuff. Classic vanilla glaze, chocolate glaze, maple glaze, strawberry glaze. Eventually I'll have like apple fritters, jelly filled donuts, cream filled donuts, powdered donut, you know, the whole donuts. But here's what I want to do. I do want to create some specialty items that come out maybe a new flavor once a week or something that is just like over the top, like some sort of stacked with all these layers and just like something that is social media worthy as far as virality goes, that people want to travel a distance. Like if they're traveling through Colorado and they pass the exit that we're on, that they pop in and like, oh, I've got to go get this donut while I'm like must stop place to take pictures of what they're getting, do stories about what they're doing. You know, I want to have items like that that create buzz, that create virality, that creates interest. So I'm definitely going to come up with some stuff like that. And you know, I could do that once a Saturday. I mean, I'm open on Saturdays right now. I could create that and just promote it like crazy. Videos, hyping it up, amping it up, and be like, hey, I'll make like, I don't know, 20 of them, and be like, the first 20 people, get out here and get it. Have them lined up outside the door at 5:30 a.m. waiting. Hopefully the bears don't get them. We've got bears that walk around here at nighttime, so that would be terrible. I hope that never happens. All right, what's the holdup? Like, it's been buffering for a moment now. Get it together. What are we doing? I'm going to refresh the page, see if that makes a difference. Because I'm not sure exactly what it's doing here. But it kind of got stuck, I think. Oh, ate too much sugar. I need to do some squats or something. Oh, man. I'm excited, though. Excited to see how everything turns out. When I eat food, my nose like salivates, it like waters. I don't know, it's weird. Anyways, I've always done that. Anytime I eat, my nose runs a little bit. It's like my nose is salivating over the food. But anyways, I think this thing is stuck. I don't know what happened here. I think we need to start over. But I don't really see a way to start over. I think I will X out of there and bring it up again. And just see where it's at. My media. It's still just buffering sitting there. Anyways, we may be done with that for a while. So, anywho, last Saturday was our first Saturday to be open, 6 a.m. to 11 here in Aguilar, Colorado, at 410 East Cedar Street. And we had a number of online orders. People came through and got some stuff. I had a couple people, just pop in and get some stuff. So that was cool. Main thing is going to be consistency, being there every Saturday and just continuing to let people know. Word will start getting out. People will start, when they want donuts on Saturday, they can swing by and get what they want. I'll get the word out there. Lots of social media, lots of engagement, and letting people know, all that stuff. So it'd be cool. Alrighty. All right, that's it for now. It's kind of buffering or something, so I'm gonna do something else for a little while. But anyways, thanks for hanging out with me. Like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. Let's, continue on this journey together and do what we can do.